Live from Fondren Library on the beautiful campus of SMU, this is the Mustang Mood.
Definitely still in Fondren Library.
Still in Fondren Library, as you can see. This is the most consistent we've been now. Twice.
Two episodes in it. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
twice there.
In this room in
Fondren Library, right, yeah.
It was an easy John over here for Nate.
Yeah.
Huh.
So for those that aren't watching, I've got a few things to point out. First thing, there's this ginormous dude sitting next to me whose name is Nate Anderson. He plays on the O-line, and we got him in to chat with us today. We're super excited. Second thing that you, if you're not watching, you can't see, is that all of us have matching hats, and they're pretty sweet. You also notice that Nate doesn't have one until now.
Sweet. Oh, let's freaking go. I ain't gonna put it on right now.
No, you don't have to.
No.
we
The
can,
hair's
set,
too
we can
good.
set it up front though,
Yeah.
so they can see on the
Yeah,
camera.
there we go.
Don't mess up that hair. Don't mess
Yeah,
up
you
the hair,
can't mess
please.
up the hair.
Yeah, Nate, welcome to the podcast, man.
Yeah, thanks guys for having me out here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're pumped to have you. Yeah, like I think we mentioned it in a couple podcasts ago after the spring game. We saw you out there, and you were just like all over the field.
Oh yeah,
And so
I was having a blast, man. It was like a whole new energy about me, like especially this spring. Like it lit a fire in me, and it was just real fun this spring, especially the spring game. That was a lot of fun out there.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, if you want to start talking about, or we'll kind of start this off with, what's been the transition? How's it been transitioning from OU to SMU?
The biggest difference I see personally is for sure Coach Justice. Like just him alone, he's just such a special guy, and the room that he creates for the players, like it's really easy to have fun out there, go out there and like really enjoy being out there. And this spring, like that was it for me. And from meetings to practice, everything, he was just hyper focused on just getting you better and nothing else like outside of that. And I really enjoyed being coached by him. And this spring I got a lot better than I have in the past, and it just, like I said, lit a fire in me. And that spring game is just kind of where I could put all the fruits of my labor to show. And but I love going to school here. I love the campus and everything, and classes. They're a lot smaller. The classes are,
Yeah.
and I really enjoy that because it's a lot more social. But the football aspect has been great ever since I've been here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. And when did you transfer? Was it for this semester?
I was in the portal at the end of December, so I got here about January 1st. I had a little Jan term
Gotcha.
class to get started.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
Me and Savion did one of those together, so
Nice.
we were here before everybody else got back from break.
So what did your process of like when you entered the transfer portal and the recruitment, like what was that experience like for you?
It was good. It was a lot of talking to old coaches that used to recruit me back in high school. And obviously they had moved to different places around the country, but it was really nice to reconnect with people, especially people that weren't necessarily in a high position, and now they are, and now they are able to offer me something. And
That's cool.
But Coach Justice came to me, and he told me that he believed in me and that he saw my potential, and he thinks that he can really get that out of me. And
Yeah.
just the aura around his coaching is just what does that. And it allows you to reach your full potential, in my opinion. It really has this spring. And even off the field, I just want to keep getting better because he's just such a good guy to relate back to with the things that you're doing. Like, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? And he'll give you 3 things for the next day that you need to fix. And that's been my thing the whole spring. Just get 3 things better. Just focus on 3 things.
Yeah.
And if I don't do anything right the whole day, as long as I get these 3 things right, then I'm getting better. So that's been my whole thing this whole spring, and it's just been stacking on top of each other.
That's awesome. I have maybe for some of the listeners that don't follow football particularly and the new changes in the transfer portal rules,
Right.
what is the transfer? How does it look being somebody that's transferring from one school to another? What's the process like? Do you have to tell your coaches, I'm assuming, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so after the season at OU, that's when I had decided that I was going to be in the portal, and I went and I went and told Coach Venables and Coach Beatenbow, and they were really supportive about it. And I wasn't getting developed the way I wanted to at OU. Nothing against anything at OU. I loved it there. The people, the atmosphere, the players. Like, it was amazing. It really was. But just personally, the way that I see myself in my football career, like, I wasn't getting developed the way I wanted to. So I wanted to go to a place where I just had someone that really believed in me and wanted to really focus and hone in on me, like how I know I could play. But the transfer portal, basically you tell your coaches, and you're basically sitting at home just talking to old coaches until you finally get your visits. And once I took a visit here, I took an official, met all the guys, met all the rest of the coaches. And I had been here before back in high school, but honestly, I didn't want the thing that got me about SMU back in high school is that the facilities that are stacked up on top of each other and just so tight in there. And I mean, I put that to Dallas living back in high school. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's in Dallas, so that's how it's going to be. But hey, now we got that new facility coming in. It's going to be freaking nice.
Have you been able to see it, like go into it?
I went there on my official visit, and also we took a player tour the other day, and oh man,
Nice.
it's gonna be real fun.
What's your favorite thing about it?
I'm stuck between the weight room that faces a field. It's kind of nightly. You just walk right out to the field, and we can all get pumped up in there. And some workouts and stuff are gonna be so much fun in there. I'm super excited about that. But the locker room is pretty cool. It's got like it's a wraparound huge locker room, and then in the middle they got like a little. It's up on the second story, like a little patio players lounge, so you can look over the little locker room from the players lounge. And
That's cool.
yeah, it's gonna be really nice.
awesome.
So that's coming, I believe, at the end of the summer.
Nice.
But not to say that I think of just facilities as a factor in my recruiting, but like that was just one of the reasons why I deterred away from here. But like, I love all the facilities that we've been working in this past spring. It's nice. I love just being back in it, and it's just really back to the grease board and all the guys in there. Like it's great. Once we get moved into that new facility, it's just going to be like something new coming out of us.
Yeah.
I think it shows that SMU is taking it, going to the ACC very, very seriously.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
And how much did that play in your decision to come to SMU, us being in a new conference?
I would say right now is a really good time to be at SMU. And I say that because there's so much potential with us right now, with going into ACC and playing these big schools and being able to make a name for ourselves. And this season, like especially like, for example, Florida State, like that's a game that we all got our eye on right now. And
Heck yeah.
every time we're working, we're thinking about that game. And I remember playing them back at the Cheez-It Bowl at OU, and I'm really excited to get back on the field with Florida State. Like that's a game I got my eye on.
Tell you what, the fans are excited for that one too. I was looking at the
Oh,
ticket
yeah.
prices for that game, and for an SMU game, the ticket prices were crazy.
Wow.
Like I could have sold my season ticket. Like the tickets I have for my season tickets, I could have sold them for the price I paid for my season tickets.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I tell people at work that, and they're like, "So you're gonna sell them?" No.
No.
I'm going to the game,
Yeah.
man.
Heck no.
Come on.
We're going to go watch Nate play.
Heck
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so just to go back to the transfer portal,
Yeah.
when you decide that that's something that you want to do, is that like an app on your phone?
No.
How do you, how
That's
do you
funny.
like declare I'm in the transfer portal?
Yeah. Listen, I'm just like you. Like I want to know like how does that even work? Like, and before I was in the portal, I really didn't know how that worked. But you tell your coaches and everything, and they have to get it signed off by compliance to officially put you in the portal.
Okay.
And essentially, all these coaches across the country get a list of the portal players. So the ones that had just entered as soon as the portal started. So
So OU puts you in the portal.
yes.
Okay.
But
And then
you have
other
to get
people
it signed
can reach
off
out
by
to you.
compliance and everything,
Okay.
just to make sure you're eligible and everything. But once I did that, then you're basically free from the school, and you're just sitting back on your phone, like talking to people, trying to figure out, because essentially your recruiting is back open. So I was just on the phone all the time, like during class and not during class. I mean, I would step out of class, but, yeah, just back to high school recruiting all over again, but just for a short period of time. It was just like a month.
Okay.
So
Thankfully.
do you lose access to the facilities at OU once you enter the portal?
I don't know what the details are on that, but it wasn't anything like that for me. But I essentially just went and grabbed my stuff and left and came back to Frisco, and then I was moved up here in like the next 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
It was a quick turnaround.
it was.
That's good. I think. Do you have any other questions about the portal?
No. I'm good. Yeah.
It is interesting.
It is,
I have
yeah.
wondered,
Yeah.
like,
I didn't realize that
Is
the
it-
university had to put you.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
thought it was just like,
Yeah,
I
it's
declare that I'm in the portal.
it's a whole lot of paperwork.
like Michael Scott from
I declare bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy. Yeah.
That's interesting though, because like I said, I followed OU football. So with Caden Green, I heard like I don't know the story. I'm not asking you to tell me a story, but I heard like he kind of just disappeared, and so it's just interesting to know that I didn't know that the coaches had to do that either.
Yeah,
That's very interesting.
You can do it. That's what it's a really gray area. You can not show up to workouts for a week or two and not tell anyone, and then tell someone, because nobody really. A lot of the players that are hopping in the portal don't really know how the process works either. So they'll just realize, oh, yep, I'm in the portal now, and they'll just not come to workouts. And which
Interesting.
Yeah, okay, you hop in the portal after 2 weeks and not going to workouts, but essentially you have to hop into the portal in order to not be eligible for the school anymore. So
That makes sense.
but yeah, I could have finished my spring at OU the last semester just to graduate, but that would mean that I couldn't have been here this spring, and I really, really wanted to get started with the guys. And,
Yeah.
I'm glad I did. I mean, I got set a year back, but I'm going to graduate next year from here and then start my real estate master's here. So
Nice.
Sweet.
Is that in the Cox School of Business? Or?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Let's go.
Have you seen the new building? Have you been in it at all?
I have not.
I'm excited for when it's done.
I've just driven by it. I haven't been inside it.
It's super nice.
Is it open already?
I just no.
I
Well,
think
they
it's-
had a ceremony.
Yeah, I think they're mostly done at least. They may have some interior
I
stuff.
think, the outside looks done, but
the outside, I
inside's
think,
not
is done.
yet.
That's the one at the end of the boulevard on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I love campus. Campus has been.
It's so nice.
It's a beautiful campus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've been really enjoying it. Like,
Yeah.
It's
My
been a
wife and I'll
beautiful
just go like
spring.
walk around campus, just like on our walks.
It's funny to me always seeing like high school graduations, like people just showing up to take pictures there. I mean, I get it. It's really nice. It's just
Yeah.
kind of funny.
I've seen proposals there.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Wow.
There was someone I knew from high school. She like posted pictures of her graduation. And I'm like, this looks like SMU's campus. And like, sure enough, it
I've
was.
seen this before.
She didn't go to SMU, but she took her graduation
funny.
photos at SMU's
I'll bet.
campus.
Because
I'll bet
SMU's
TCU
better.
students take their graduation pictures at
Right,
SMU.
I bet they do. Ben, what would you do if you're walking around campus and you see someone in TCU graduation garb?
I'd probably go like pull it off and run away. Probably.
Push them in the fountain?
Oh gosh. Okay, I have one more question about OU. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
You were there when the Lincoln Riley stuff happened, right?
Right. Yep.
I'm just curious what that was like from your perspective, because obviously I personally feel like they're in a better place now, but I'm just curious what that was like for the players, because I read some, I'm on one of the boards, so like I read some stuff about how like mysteriously shady it kind of was. Obviously, just share as much as you want, because if you don't want to, it's the past, but I'm just curious what that was like as a player on his offense. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got recruited by Lincoln Riley, and I was there for his first, or for my first. He was there for my first year and a half or 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when all that was going down, it was really shady. It was interesting. We didn't really know what was going on, and kind of near the end of the season, we kind of did have a clue what was going on with the whole head coach switching thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he just walked in one day and said, I'm leaving. And actually, in fact, about 1 to 5 minutes before he walked in, everybody in the whole team room got a ESPN notification. Lincoln Riley headed to USC.
Oh, no.
And
my
we're all like,
God.
Phone goes,
What?
Banana, da-na-na.
Yeah, but we kind of already knew. So whenever he left, it was a weird time. It was really fun though. We had a bowl game, and Bob Stoops was our coach.
Oh
which
heck
was
yeah,
Oh,
that must have been
really
fun.
cool.
I forgot about
Yeah.
that. He came in for
Yeah.
that bowl game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like a team dad for us. He wasn't really trying to be like a hard coach.
That's cool.
To us, but he was cool with us and made sure we had a good time, and we really did. That bowl game was really fun.
That's awesome.
But Coach Venables coming in, I love Coach Venables. He is a real dude, like, and he's about his work too. Like, I would say the most like special thing about him that I could say to his character is that like every single day in practice, he's the scout team quarterback, and he's out there, red 42, hot, and the center will snap a foam ball, and it'll just go over his head, and he already has a real ball in his hand, and he'll just go around and he'll tell the defense, no, you go here, because he coaches the linebackers. So it was just really funny to see him play
awesome.
scout team quarterback, and he's just all over the place, giving signals and correcting people. But yeah, I loved Coach Venables. He was a great guy.
That's
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing. Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
it sounds like your transition has gone pretty well coming to SMU. But I just wanted to ask, what are some cultural differences that you've seen between OU and SMU, between like in the football program, but also
Right.
just in general?
I would say the biggest difference would probably be like everybody's very social here. In Norman, yes, you have Oklahoma City, but you're kind of in the middle of not a lot of things going on. And here, there's always something going on. And I would say there's a lot of great business partners out here, whether that's SMU students or people that have already graduated and that you can meet through the school. But everybody out here seems very driven, very focused, and everybody gets their work done. I really like the environment out here. I have a lot of family out here, so it's really great to be able to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like everybody's a lot more social over here, and I really enjoy that.
Okay. And who have you? Obviously, we know you knew Savion already. Who else have you kind of gotten to know that's been helpful for you, like in your transition here?
Man, all the like offensive line has a special position. Everybody, like, we are all brothers, like seriously, and all the guys here have been great, accepting me into their program, and we all just want to make each other better. There's no like animosity towards anybody, and
That's awesome.
we're very competitive, but we all know at the end of the day that we're a unit and we need to get each other better. So we had a lot of guys that hit for 15 practices. That was what we were really harping on in the beginning. So making every practice, not missing any. So that's been great. I've been really getting close to really J.O., Jakai, Ben Sparks, Caleb Johnson is the guy that's right next to me in my locker. Savion, obviously, that's my homie. We're yin and yang. That's what
Nice.
they call us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So did y'all announce at the same time that you were transferring, or how did
Yeah.
that work?
Well, transferring. I don't really remember about that time, but we did commit on the same day. We were both on an official visit, and we went to Fogo de Chao, and
Nice.
Savion had committed back at the facility, and they showed up with Coach Justice and Savion, and they were all hyped and like, "Oh, I committed." And then I was like, "Shoot, I was gonna do that." Then I ended up taking Coach Justice outside and telling him, and he was really excited about it. But yeah, the guys have been great here, like really, really great in welcoming me in. And we all go hang out, play pickleball all the time, and
Where do y'all play?
the Village. That's where I stay at.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah.
Yes.
I love
That's a
it
nice
out there.
spot.
Me and
It's a-
Savion got a spot out there, not together, but
Yeah, it's a great spot. I had an
Nice.
apartment there junior year of SMU. So
Oh, really? I didn't
It's
know
great,
you lived
yeah.
in the Village. Yeah.
once upon a time,
Everyone I know that lives there loves it. So
it's great.
yeah. My favorite thing to do is ride my longboard around there. I got 2 electric longboards that I just
Oh,
Yeah.
every day I get at least an hour of cruising in. I need it. It's like my
Nice.
therapy. So
That's
That's
sweet.
good.
that's what I love to do.
Love it.
So being on the O line, I think everyone focuses on, what the quarterback's doing, what the running backs are doing.
Yes.
What should we look out for? If we want to be a true fan of the O line, what are some big plays? Like obviously your job's to block people,
Right.
but just take me a bit deeper. I want to go a
Yeah,
level.
this is a
deeper
good question because not a lot of people watching probably know. But what goes on in the trenches. But it's, I don't know. I think of offensive line play as a totally different game than anybody else on the field. It's very technical. It's like a game of chess in a sense. Everybody's basically the same height and weight and strength around, and so it really gets down to the technique when you break it down. The biggest thing to look out for us if we're playing like a unit is, first of all, double teams. Whenever on inside zone, like this spring game, we were split up, so we weren't all first line there or anything like that. So spring game was interesting. We had to kind of mismatch guys and try to see if we could work as a unit, and I think we really did, and I was really happy with how we performed on the spring game as a jumbled up unit, I mean. But if you see us out there just excited and our pass pros, we're all looking like a unit, like we're all out there. It's like going to war, you know, like we're all bloody, sweaty, and tired, and you got to just kind of put your head down and keep going to work to protect everybody else. So there's not a lot of glory in it, but it's essentially like a chess game. Every single little move is accounted for, and if you can be on the righter side of that, then you end up winning that block. And Coach Justice has been great with, you know, the way Coach Justice coaches is the reason I like it is because he coaches technique according to the player. He understands that some of us are athletes and some of us are big, strong dudes that can just move people. So he coaches us accordingly. And if you feel like you can make this block this certain way and you show him, he'll be, oh, go ahead, do that. If you're going to make plays on Saturday with that, then go ahead and do it. And just the way that we block, he really lets us like open up and be an athlete. And I think that's the new game for offensive line right now, is being an athlete. And there's a lot of guys right now that are really focused on that, and I think that's going to change the offensive line game. Especially we have a trainer. His name is Clint Anderson. He runs LPA, Lineman Performance Association. He creates these this equipment that we use for offensive line technique, and he does it all across the nation. But he trains us, and he's very technical with our ankles and our core and our footwork. And you can really ask him anything, and he'll break it down for us. But Clint is a really good guy that trains us on the side and really helps out the athletes into being able to move backwards fast. That's what he said. He's like, my job is really to get big guys to move backwards fast in a good fashion.
Yeah.
So on that, you know, I've heard that the offensive line is one of the hardest positions to play because you have to balance being able to keep up with an edge rusher that's just lightning fast and also deal with inside, you know, defensive line guys that are just, you know, 300 pounds of just raw muscle.
Right.
So how do you go about that balancing between the two kind of extremes of different types of athletes, as you're mentioning?
Well, I played center at Oklahoma for the past 3 years, and I played tackle in high school, and I played left guard here this past spring. So I really played every position. I get excited when I get out to a D end because it's a little bit of a switch up from tank in the middle.
Yeah.
Tank is very large. But yeah, I think that it's very interesting. Like a guard, you can see both worlds, and you really have to have your feet in the ground and in the right spot. And if you're caught leaning on the inside, like they will punish you for it. And so just being really honed in on focus, like technique. Like if I go to block someone and my hands are outside, like just naturally your body will tell you to put your hands outside because you're thinking, oh, I need to grab this thing together. If your hands are outside, they will get theirs inside you, and you will lose that rep. So it's really about just training your mind to do what your body doesn't want to do. Get your hands inside, get your knees inside of your ankles, and it's a very unnatural position, but if you can really just rep that technique and your body can get used to it, then that's how you make a good offensive lineman.
Huh.
Good
I
stuff.
feel like I'm learning a lot here.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
Yeah. So is that kind of where they project you as a left guard, or are they kind of moving you around?
I was mainly left guard this spring because we did have Ben Sparks and Logan Parr.
Right.
They were out this spring, so I was playing left guard. But Coach Justice said he thinks I can get moved around, but I've been really comfortable at left guard. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think I would be more comfortable for say at right guard, but I love playing left guard because I like getting good at that side so that I'm already comfortable on the right. I need to get comfortable on the left.
That makes sense.
So, real quick, just for like my education, what's the difference in comfortability between the right guard and the left guard? Just because it's blindside, or?
I think just because I'm right-handed.
Okay.
Just because setting to the right just seems a little more natural to me, just to your feet. But in a sense, it's unnatural either way. So I've gotten really comfortable with the left, so it really isn't a problem at all.
So do you like to play guard versus tackle more, or center? Like what's more fun, I guess? I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but
Yeah, no, for sure. Center's not fun.
that makes sense.
You are like inches away from someone breathing down your neck,
Yeah.
and you got to snap the ball and get your hands
Yeah.
shot up. So when you got like a zero tech, it's kind of tough on pass pro, but that's where you just got to figure it out. But at guard, I to your point, guard is really fun because on certain pass pros, I can really be an athlete and switch like between helping the guard and center or the tackle and center. So if the center's all covered up and the tackle has some D end out there and they're doing a little patty cake over there, I can just go and friggin' run them over.
Nice.
That's my favorite thing. Like, I keep waiting for that. You can't really do that to your own players, but I'm waiting for that to play someone else.
Put someone on their back.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What has it been like? I'm just curious to transition, like learning a new offense. I don't know how similar they are, especially because Jeff Levy left now. But like, what has that been like learning the new offense? And has it been pretty easy or a lot different?
Yeah. Because I had to transition from Lincoln Riley to Brent Venables, their offensive style. I mean, Levy, but it was pretty simple, honestly. My first year at Oklahoma, I was kind of focused on point A to point B, so I would associate a play name with, I'm going right here. But going through a new playbook with Venables, you had to really understand the play concept in order to understand what the plays are. So I really focused that year on understanding play concepts and how they work because I had never really, like, my football IQ wasn't very high whenever I got into college, and I really had to like sit down and watch film and actually draw it up for myself, make myself understand it. But no, the offensive style here is pretty simple, and it was really easy to learn, especially with the guys helping me out and being able to go study outside of football with them and just hang out. But no, it wasn't a problem for me or Savion changing here. The play names and everything are pretty simple, and the play style, like especially this spring, we call it pretty simple plays. But we have a lot in our arsenal that we haven't showed yet.
Nice.
For good reason.
That's exciting.
All right, just transitioning a little bit away from football and more into style.
Right.
You're obviously a style icon. If you're watching right now, I mean, we see the hair, the drip,
glasses.
The glasses are sick, and so that's like one thing that caught our eye at the spring game was the bleached hair. And we said
we made the mistake of saying that it was a Quinn Ewers look, and you were very quick to correct us on Instagram that it was more Ric Flair inspired.
Right.
Yeah.
We like that better, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that's sick. So
Yeah.
we're kind of just like curious. What's made you want to have style like this? What's kind of your influences in this area?
I guess I could take it all the way back to at Oklahoma whenever we were playing Oklahoma State one year, and it was a big thing to change up your hair and get a weird mustache or something for Oklahoma State.
I think that was Baker Mayfield, maybe. I don't know if he
maybe
started that.
But me and Creed got mullets that year, and I had long hair in high school, so that was my first time ever really cutting my hair like that. So once I got the mullet, it started sticking, and
Can't turn back.
about like every 6 months I would change it. So like at some point I looked like what's his name? The guy, the diner dives and
Oh, Guy Fieri. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I had one of those little mohawks that are spiked up.
Yeah.
I love that.
That grew out into a like half and half blonde and brown mullet, and then just recently when I got here, I just ended up bleaching the whole thing, and I'm like, I'll rock this for a little bit. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but
I was about to ask. Yeah. What's the next
yeah, I don't
hairstyle?
know. I just keep getting bored with my haircut, but I do like a mullet because it's long hair, but it doesn't get in your face,
That's good.
so it is really nice, and it's efficient in my opinion.
I will
But-
say, like, I see some mullets where I think that looks bad, but I actually like your mullet. I think.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So I'm not trying to butter
Did you know?
you up.
Did you know
either.
there are mullet competitions?
I
Did you know
didn't.
that's a thing?
I wouldn't doubt it.
You should
Where is
enter
it?
one.
East Texas.
I don't know where they do it, but I know that they exist somewhere.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would definitely want to go.
You should. I'd vote for you. That's hilarious.
But yeah, I think that having the number 69 also, you have
Just
to.
Yeah, how
bring
did
that
that
up. That's-
happen?
That's pretty drippy.
So it's a funny story because I was actually in high school. I'd committed, and they were trying to figure out what number I was, and they, the equipment guys hit me up and they said, "All right, you're going to be number 69." And I was like, "Mom, I'm going to be number 69." She's like, "No!" She freaked out.
At
She's
least
like, I
she
can't
knew, like-
wear 69 at the games. Like, how am I supposed to dress?
funny.
Did you
No.
end up getting a jersey?
Well, no, I was 62 my freshman year.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it didn't come through.
No, my mom won that year. And so the next year they're like, "Okay, now you're 69, right?" Because they're like, "You have to be," because they got to know me, and so I was like, "Yeah." And I told my mom, "I'm 69," and so now she reps it. She loves it now. But yeah, I think that Coach Justice had told me this on my official visit at the dinner. He was like, because he was number 69 back at West Virginia. He was like, he said he wanted to get a dinner of all the number 69s that I've ever lived or are still alive. And
That's cool.
I bet the conversations there would be real nice.
Yeah. We have a note here that says number 69. Nice, and that's it.
That's all we put down in our notes.
So
Yeah.
What
Uh, I think Walker has a picture that we would like you to
Oh.
Yeah.
answer to.
you have some explaining to do here.
which
God.
one are we?
He's-
Yeah, that
This one? Okay.
Oh,
Can you
Man.
describe this?
we
picture?
we love it.
Yeah, describe it for the
For
listeners.
the listeners.
For the watchers, the viewers.
So
yeah.
we have a large white male with a fire blonde mullet, and he's wearing number 69, grabbing on Booty's booty.
I love that.
I think that we were doing a photo shoot, and I can't remember if it was some recruits or a player that was like, 69, booty, y'all both get out of here. Like, and then I don't know why I grabbed his butt.
That's so funny. I love that.
It's pretty epic.
It was
Yeah.
iconic.
Great story.
Yeah, I love Booty. Booty's General Booty. He's like one of the greatest guys ever. Like seriously, it's funny to say his name and everything, but it seems to me like he's gotten the booty joke his whole life, so he's just so conditioned to it. And he's such a
embraces
it.
great, humble guy, and
Sure.
he does. Like, yeah, it's just him.
He entered the transfer portal too. Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
Oh, really?
Rest in peace,
Yeah.
OU, obviously, for losing him. But
Yeah,
we should recruit him here.
We should just bring him
Then
here.
we could get
Awesome.
two all name team or
Yeah.
what is
King Large
Yeah.
and
King
General.
Large.
it? Name all
General
team, whatever
Booty.
it's called. Yeah, King Large, General Booty,
yeah.
And if they're next to each other,
Large
oh,
Booty.
never
Yeah,
mind. I was gonna say King Booty, but large booty. Yeah, that's better.
That's even better.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
I also wanted to ask because SMU played OU at OU last year, and I just wanted your insight into what the OU sideline was experiencing that game. What was the attitude? Did we make y'all sweat a little bit at the beginning of the game? What were people feeling?
Yeah, Preston was actually talking. Preston Stone was at Top Golf with us yesterday, and he was asking me about this.
Okay,
He was like,
yeah.
what would you guys think about the game? And I don't know. To me, it seems like people that were playing for SMU at the time thought it was closer than people at OU thought it was. That's just how it seems to me. But no, it was a great game. I thought that like there was a lot of hype going into that game because obviously Coach Tibbs being here, the D-line coach, he was from Oklahoma, and Corey Roberson. So we knew about them, and it was a big game because we knew that y'all were coming with some heat too, and y'all had something to prove. But at the end of the day, I think it just honestly came down to like competitive depth. Y'all made some great plays, and so did we. But I just think at the end of the day, it came down to competitive depth and just us having so many big bodies.
Yeah, I was still happy with our performance.
I thought that y'all played great.
Yeah, I had a good time. My brother-in-law goes to OU, so we were out there with my in-laws, and it was a fun time. I did have an old man scream in my face, but
I would say OU fans are fairly nice, but
Yeah.
other than that old man.
They were.
he apologized a few plays later. But I was like, dude, come on! Like,
I will,
I've said nothing to you the whole game, and then OU scores and you scream in my face. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
I think I know what you're talking about though, because like I was there. Like I said, I was raised an OU fan, so I was cheering for SMU. I wore an SMU shirt. I was with my dad, who was wearing an OU shirt. So I kind of had both sides, but there's definitely a feeling of like we're in this game, but it almost felt inevitable, at least to me. Like we're not going to win this game, because it also felt like OU was very low energy in the first half. Like something seemed off, and so I had a feeling like it felt like we were in the game, but it also felt like if they turn it on, we're gonna.
We were down 14-3, I think, and then we scored a
14-11,
touchdown in the
Went for
fourth
two.
quarter to make it 14-11, and then it
Then
got
they
further
just
away.
ran
So I
away
think there
with
was like
it,
a point where SMU felt like we were like, hey, we actually have a chance.
And then OU kind
And
of
the
turned it
depth
on.
and the depth in the fourth quarter just kind of kicks in.
Who was that, Stone that scored?
It was
think it
Stone
was
Ebby's
Stone.
touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I love Stone.
When you said Stone, I was thinking like Preston Stone. I was like, oh well, I mean, yeah.
So you've
Stone
got to
Ebby.
known Stone a bit.
Yeah, I hang out with a lot of players outside of football, really, like all different positions, not just O-line. We were talking about O-line earlier, but like I hang out with a lot of different positions. But Stone, he's come out to pickleball. Him and his girlfriend whoop us all in pickleball. Like seriously,
Nice.
whoop us in pickleball. Like she'll come out, she knows all the different rules. And there's so many intricate rules to pickleball. Honestly, I just like playing it like ping pong, just back and forth, and you score a point. But
That's fair.
he'll come out there and whoop us every once in a while. But yeah, Stone's a great guy. I love Stone. He's really good guy to work out with too. Stone's one of the most competitive guys I've ever met in my life. Honestly, like we'll be playing like baseball with a volleyball in football. Like we'll have these like fun days. Like it was like after spring ball and everything. We had one day where we played baseball with a volleyball, and man, he just is so competitive. Like he'll just like turn into a whole different person on the field. And like it doesn't matter if we're playing freaking like tic-tac-toe or whatever. He is going balls to the wall.
Sounds like SMU's baseball team is back.
Yeah,
Stop.
shoot, we were doing pretty good.
That's funny because we're gonna talk to him eventually, so we'll have to ask him. about that.
We're having Stone over next week. To do
Awesome
an interview. So.
Yeah,
We've kind of joked about him being the new like Tyler Levine, hoping we'll see him like a lot on the field this year. I mean, you weren't here at that point, but we're excited to see him.
I know of Tyler.
See him
Levine, though.
Okay.
He was
I
at the
didn't know.
spring game, I think.
Yeah, I thought he
he was
thought
around. I don't
was
know.
a-
He wasn't.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
But speaking of drip, that's like the only piece of drip that you're missing is the cowboy collar now. That Stone and Tyler rocked is the cowboy collar around the neck.
Oh
Has
yeah.
that ever been a thought for you to?
No.
is there like a purpose for that? I'm sure there is, but like, or do some people just like the way it looks?
I think it's more just so you can go use your head more. Just
Fair enough.
start
Yeah,
barreling.
I think it's like a neck
if you're
support
really
thing.
if you're a really top heavy dude that can just murder people like that, and you don't want to hurt your neck, then put one of those on. But
That makes sense.
I don't think an offensive line it's very efficient. Like I don't think you can very much turn your head.
Oh,
Oh, that makes sense
Yep.
actually. Yeah.
But no, I've never thought about wearing one of those little dog collars.
That's funny.
Guys, I know I shouldn't, but I always get confused when we say Stone. I can't figure out between Preston Stone and Stone
Ebby.
Ebby.
Yeah.
Is it
EB or Ebby?
I don't.
We don't
I've been
know.
saying Ebby this
You
whole
would know
time.
better than us.
we've
so.
only read it.
I want to say EB because I feel like that's what I've heard.
Shoot,
Oh,
I've been
no.
saying it wrong.
Uh-oh.
I'll ask him next week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
That's funny. One last. I don't know if this is the last football thing, but
Yeah, stop saying that.
what are some? And this has nothing to do with OU. So, the question was, what do you think that you bring to SMU from your time at? You were at a bigger Power 5 Power 4 school. So, what do you feel like you add to the program, being somebody that was around a school that has been in the Power 5, has competed more so than we have in the last 25, 30 years?
I think that being there, coming into here, people respect what you went through, where you were, and what you've been taught, because they know what you've been through essentially. I think the way that Schmitty has built me in the weight room, and I took everything I learned from him and brought it with me. So I bring that fire to the weight room and get everybody better. We all compete in the weight room, and in the running especially. My strong suit is probably like quickness and speed, and so I'm competing with all the guys and trying to get them better in that sense, and showing them that we don't got to be a slow offensive lineman. Like the new age of offensive line is athletes, and I think that I bring a sense of maturity, and I just wanted to show the guys this year that I'm in it with them, and I wanted to show them I was going to shut up and work and try to get them better in the process. So whether that's taking young guys aside in practice and trying to get them better and focus on their technique or whatever, I am essentially the older guy now, and I need to show all the younger guys a good example. And I've really enjoyed having that role, because I had a lot of guys like that at OU for me, whether that's Creed or any of the older guys that were back at OU. But I remember there's a lot of things that they said that stuck with me, and that I may not think are big right now, but they are. And I was trying to be big on that this spring and trying to help the younger guys out. So I think that's my biggest thing, is trying to spread my knowledge of being at a bigger program to others, and whether that's work ethic or football knowledge or how to practice, how to live your life outside of football. But I think that I'm just trying to spread my knowledge. That's my attribution here,
Yeah.
I believe.
That's
Sweet.
awesome. Hey, so you're talking about younger guys. You were mentioning before we started recording that you're pretty involved with recruiting.
Right.
So I want to hear what that's like. I want to hear about your successes.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've been pretty good.
Yeah. These past 2 weeks, I've had a few official visits I've been hosting. And last weekend we had 3 guys that had committed. It was Andrew, and it was Paris, and Andrew, and Quay.
Yeah.
And they're all 3 great guys, and I really enjoyed them, and I can't wait till they get up here. But they're interesting dudes. I would say most offensive line have a screw loose somewhere. you got to have a screw loose somewhere to be good. But yeah, they're great guys. And this weekend I have Abel and Jacob and Drew, and tonight we're gonna go pickleball. And
Good.
yeah, I'm excited about them, and I am 3 for 3 right now, so we'll see what happens after this weekend. But I give it all to my Bronco out there. I got some nice subwoofers in the Bronco, and
I saw you pulling up in that. That thing's sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
you take one late night ride in that.
You're sold.
Yeah,
That's it. GG.
That's
What,
awesome.
what color is it?
It's Wimbledon white.
Okay. I saw like a Barbie pink one the other day.
That's not mine. Nah, mine looks like the OJ one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
there
that's
we go.
funny.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a classic.
So back NCAA 25.
Yes.
Are you going to be in that?
I signed up. Yes. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Nice.
That's exciting.
It's like my whole time I've been in college, I've just been hearing rumors about it, and
yeah.
it's never ever been coming true. So yes, I signed up, but I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, they leaked the cover yesterday.
Did they really?
It's like
And you're
when
on
you were-
it.
You're the cover
Me
up.
and Booty.
Actually, it's that picture. Yeah,
That would be so funny.
but it's yours and a couple other guys.
Travis Hunter.
That's right.
Somebody
Travis Hunter
else.
and a running back from Michigan.
Oh, Donovan Edwards. Yeah, I saw that.
But
Yeah.
the official release is next Thursday. So,
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
yeah.
I might have to buy
That's
a
awesome.
system just to play it because I
know,
don't have
that's
one.
King Large was making fun of me. I got an Xbox 360. That's all I have right
Really?
now. I'm still.
I just have a
I-
Switch and
Wow.
it's
I
not
play
coming on
14.
Switch, so.
but-
Does it work
Sick.
on can you get on like a computer, like a PC?
I think it's a question. I was actually looking it up this morning. I think they don't know yet.
yeah, we should know probably.
I'm gonna have to
next
dust a system off possibly.
Well, I don't
You're
think
gonna
they're
get a
gonna.
new. You're gonna get
Yeah,
whatever they have now.
I need to
Yeah,
find.
I might have to just buy a new one.
We need to find somebody that has one.
I'm
We can
stoked to
play.
just have SMU have like 12 natties in a row. So I'm ready
Dynasty
for
mode.
it. Just dynasty.
Oh,
Yo,
that's funny.
NCAA, you want to sponsor us or EA Sports or whoever does it?
EA
Sponsor us so we can
Sports.
get a Xbox and play your game.
Yeah, we got
That would be so cool.
when it launches, we should just get everyone who wants to come over and just like live stream playing the game when it launches. That'd be
That'd
pretty
be
fun.
funny.
So get to see yourself in the game. It's gonna be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That'd
So-
be
sure, I agree.
There's a NIL deal along with that. Is that correct? Is like, have they promised any money or?
I
anything
think it was
that?
like $500.
Okay. Do you know when?
It's just to be
I
in the
don't
game.
remember if
then.
I got it or not, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a very hectic time whenever I was signing. I think it was like the beginning of this year, so I really
Oh,
didn't
that
do
makes
it.
sense.
But I
Yeah.
did sign up, so I'm excited to see myself on there. Hopefully,
That'll be sweet.
That'll be sick.
yeah.
That's sick.
That'll be so cool.
I mean, I don't know if you can play as an offensive lineman. Can you?
As like an individual.
Maybe.
I don't know.
What,
Probably.
Do they have
That's the-
individual mode in it? I mean, did they?
I don't
yeah,
know.
the Road to Glory.
The Road to Glory. Okay, so they do have like a solo like player type
Like
mode.
a career mode.
Yeah.
I used to make
I know
a
they
guy
had like a
that's like
franchise.
6'6", 400 pounds, quarterback.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
If we can't play as you, we'll move you to quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Resting on the offensive line. And,
That's hilarious.
Have him snap the ball. Yeah. So back to your
Great.
back to your high school days. You're in a high school that was like you were the first class, right? What was
No.
no?
Were you?
Well,
Like
it was
first
like
few
the
years,
first
right?
few. Like my sister, I think she was a year after the first class. She's 2 years older. 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was interesting being at a new school. But the coaches were veterans, and I had a really good time. My offensive line coach there was great. His name is Coach Peacock, and I love that guy, man. He taught me everything I needed to know going into college, and really lit that fire in me back in high school, and really believed in me. So I love Coach Peacock. He was my offensive line coach there, and Chad Cole too. He's the head coach at Reedy. He's a great guy. He reminds me a lot of Venables. So when Venables came in, it was really comfortable him coming in because I'm used to it, and just a man that's about his faith and about the players, and just a really genuine person that is not going to give you a fake answer. He's going to
awesome.
shoot you straight all the time. So they got a really good coaching staff over there. And also Coach Hill, Malcolm Hill, he did a lot with me with recruiting and everything. And so, yeah, my little brother, I don't know if you guys knew I had a little brother. He's at Tennessee right now.
Okay,
he just
cool.
got there. He graduated early.
So when does he transfer to SMU?
That's funny. Yeah, while he was getting recruited, I was at OU, and everyone was asking me, when is he coming to OU and everything. I'm like, it's his decision. You know, I tell him everything I love about this place, but I'm going to be real with him. So
Yeah.
he fell in love with Tennessee. He loves the coaches, loves the environment. So he's there now. He's having a great time.
Is he also on the line or?
Yeah, he played Garden Center this
Oh,
spring.
nice.
So who's better?
Oh my gosh. People always ask me that. It's like, I don't know. I think he's going to be better than me because he got an earlier start, and he's about my size right now for sure. And he has all the potential. So it's whether he runs with it or not.
Cool.
But he's doing really great right now. He's having a good time, and I'm really excited to see how he progresses.
So who are you gonna cheer for when OU plays Tennessee? Are you gonna be conflicted, or are you gonna go with your brother?
Am I going to be conflicted? My brother. Nah. I'm
I don't have a brother, so I don't know what that's like.
No, yeah. No, I'm gonna be
That's
watching
cool, though.
him. Yeah,
That's
I
exciting.
really enjoy like watching his film and trying to critique him all I can and just be supportive in that sense. But yeah, he's having a good time there.
That's cool. That's exciting.
That's sick.
Yeah,
So another thing about playing in Frisco is you had the Star as your home field,
right. Yeah,
So what was that like, having such a cool facility?
that was awesome, man. Yeah, we had like 3 home fields in a sense. We had the Star, we had the Toyota Stadium, and a place called Memorial. It was a really old Frisco field because there's 13 high schools there now, so
Yeah.
you got to have places for them to play. So we had 3 different ones, so it would switch off. But playing at the Star was awesome, man. Like being indoors, always 72 2 degrees and air conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Especially during the fall in Texas.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole stadium aura around there, just the ticket line walking up his little field and all the shops around there. It's really fun. It's a really social environment. It was really fun to have Friday night games out there and going to watch my homies too. It's great. And then we had the opening there. So that was really cool, just driving 10 minutes to the opening for me.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great being at the Star. I loved playing in Frisco. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, the Star's so cool. So the energy was good in there.
Yeah. It was like Friday nights, you know that you're going to the Star or the Toyota Stadium to watch a high school football game. So everybody would just buy their tickets and chill out, and it was really nice seating environment for the fans too. So yeah, our high school games got pretty rowdy, especially when we play like teams like Lone Star. I don't know if you guys know about Frisco schools or not, but like for example, Marvin Mims went to. You guys know who Marvin Mims is? You don't?
No clue.
He's a receiver that he was at OU, and
He's with the Broncos now.
he's with the
Oh,
Broncos.
okay.
Yeah.
I used to play high school, or I used to play basketball with him back in the day, like rec
Oh, sick.
basketball and everything.
Nice.
But he was at Lone Star. When we would play Lone Star, it would get packed out. Not at the Star, we would play at Memorial. But yeah, back to your point that Frisco games got pretty packed out. Everybody took it pretty seriously, but as they do in Texas.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
there's 13 high schools in Frisco.
I believe there's 13 now. I mean,
Wow.
back
And
when
so
I was
do you
there,
all
yeah.
play each other? Like, is that pretty much your whole season? Is just
Yeah.
playing the other Frisco
Yeah.
schools?
Pretty much. It's just like playing other neighborhoods essentially, because
Wow.
everybody's
Interesting.
separated just by neighborhoods, and like you could be right next to a school. Your neighborhood could be right next to a school, but if you're zoned to another one, you can hear their freaking football games and their band playing every day, but you got to go to school that's like 3 miles away. So
Dang.
it's interesting.
Interesting.
I didn't
A
realize
lot
there
of
were that
high
many.
schools, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. And we're about to run out of time with you, but we got one last question for you. It's kind of something we ask everybody who comes on the podcast. Is
Oh yeah.
we have a general distaste for a certain university in Fort Worth. It happens to be purple and white. They claim to be Christian or something like that. I don't know. So
We don't need to go that far.
so what do you hate about TCU?
That's a funny question. What do you hate about TCU? When we played TCU, they were really the nastiest fan base. Like seriously,
Yeah.
like the visitors sidelines are right next to the student section, I believe.
Yep.
And I just remember we were all sitting there just like hearing things behind us like, what did you just say? Are you serious? Like, you're talking about my girlfriend? Or are you talking about my dog? Or like they would get real personal with it. Like they would look up our
Dang.
Instagrams and everything. And yeah, I don't know.
messed
TCU,
up.
they were just nasty. And like what you were saying, they claimed to be a Christian school. I was like, are you sure? Like, I'm not hearing a lot of like Jesus coming out of this stands right now.
Speaking of what you just said, we have one more picture.
Oh.
I'd like you to explain these photos right here.
Whoa. Who is that?
You got some explaining to do.
That's 77 right there. That's not 69.
Ooh.
Different
Got
guy.
him.
Different guy.
Different guy.
Found some old photos online of Nathan in TCU
Yeah.
gear.
That's the old him.
I did get recruited back in high school by TCU, but
Before he was
I have a
born
funny,
again.
I have a funny story about
Before,
Into a new
before he was
school.
born again, yeah.
Into OU,
That
and
makes
then
sense.
now
Yeah.
converted to SMUism.
Yeah. Oh, no, on my visit there, Gary Patterson brought me in his office, and I remember he was showing me, it was before they had the red in their uniforms. They were
Which is so stupid. Like, red's not one
They
of their
just
colors.
want to
Why
be
did-
like
It's-
us.
No, it's the blood that a toad squirts from his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
That's what he had told me. But we were in his office, and it's almost like he spent like an hour and a half talking about himself and just glorifying himself. And he was showing me his guitars and all of the famous people he's met. And it was great to hear about him, but that's about all we did in that office. And
I'm dead.
it was
that's
it was
terrible.
funny. He's a good guy, but it was funny to hear about his musical background, especially. He was very proud of his country
right.
singing.
Yeah, because didn't he record like a country song or something?
I believe he had like a whole album
Really?
that he recorded.
I wonder if he wrote their Zippity Zoo song.
yeah.
It's so bad.
Riff Ram
The
thing.
Riff Ram
Bob
song.
Zoo, yeah. It's so dumb.
The one that they play before the games.
Yeah.
The one that they made that commercial for with it, and then they took it down
Yeah, they
because
scrubbed
they
it
were
'cause it
getting
was so bad.
roasted
Hey,
so badly
I think they
online.
unveiled that at our game.
Did
I
they
believe
really?
they did because I remember seeing it. No, it had to have been the first
The
time.
guys in the mowers. And
Yeah, with the
stuff
mowers
like
and everything.
Yeah, this we're circling it.
Yeah.
I do remember that very vividly. Being on the field. What are we watching?
Yes.
What is this?
I'm so happy because when they did it at our SMU game, we were like, "What are we watching right now?"
At first, I
So
thought it was something
confusing.
that an SMU player had like or SMU fan had like made up to make fun of them, but no,
Yeah.
they did it themselves.
They made fun of themselves.
They made fun of themselves.
They brought that here and they played it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you almost can't find it online because they were like,
Yeah, we
getting it off of
tried.
It's
everything.
off of the face of the earth, please.
Yeah,
I've got another Gary Patterson story. My younger brother played at TCU.
Okay.
rest in peace.
Yeah, and well, he's not dead, but
Well, yeah, and I just
but to me he is. So
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
no, he was telling us that I think it was when he was a freshman, and Gary was talking about how the football team's a family, like family's the most important thing ever, and Hilton was saying he was telling us back the story, and then he said that he leaned over to his buddy next to him, he's like, "Isn't he divorced?"
It is funny, man.
Yikes.
Yeah. Like hopefully you didn't say that to him. He's like, no, I didn't.
Yeah. That
Well,
would've been.
Nathan, I really appreciate you being with us. I want to respect your time.
Yeah.
Get out of here so you can go to your buddy's graduation.
Yeah. No, I really appreciate you guys. It's great coming out here. I really want the SMU fan base to get to know me because there's a lot more to offensive linemen. We have character. A lot
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
we can
definitely
see that
for sure.
Yeah, we can see
Yeah,
that.
Learn that.
for sure. I would love to come back on here again. I really enjoy all the SMU fans too. Like I really wanted to get to know all the people.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate you guys for having me
Sweet
out.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do
Sure.
something for the launch of NCAA football.
yeah.
We'll,
Yeah.
we'll hang out this summer.
After
we'll
we
play some,
buy a console or get donated
we'll
to
all
one
pitch in
by
together. We'll all buy a console together.
Yeah.
maybe
Just to play
PlayStation.
one
will.
game.
Just play one game.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Well, so we
perfect.
can play as Nate
Yeah.
Yeah.
at quarterback.
At
If
quarterback.
we can't play at line, we're gonna put him at quarterback.
Yeah,
So,
that's a fact.
Yeah.
sweet man. We really appreciate you joining
Yes,
us.
Yeah.
sir.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's been
That was really cool to have him on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Nate, for coming on. We
Yeah.
really enjoyed having you.
That was awesome.
I feel like I
Super
learned
cool
a
dude.
lot about the offensive line.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I
New
feel like it's
perspective that I've never really had before.
Yeah, underappreciated area.
For sure.
And the transfer portal insight, like just
That too.
learning a little
Yeah.
bit about what that looks like. Was
I really thought it was
interesting.
an app.
Yeah, that's
Just
really
like
cool.
it's like a social media app that you just like join
Yeah,
and
kind of. Yeah.
Then you just match up with other teams and coaches.
Yeah, that's- you have to
just
swipe
swipe right and left. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but no, Nate, it was really awesome. Really
Yeah.
enjoyed having you on. I mean, just such a great down to earth guy. Yeah, would love to have you on again. It's been an absolute blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's say thanks.
I feel like we definitely have more we can talk about. It was
for
super
sure. We
cool
could have
talking
kept
to him.
going.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we just ran out of time. Is what happened.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and another thing is he was talking about like maybe having like the group of O-line together and talking about this. And so I think it'd be sick to have more people from the O-line, more SMU
More
players.
SMU players.
And so
Yeah.
we'd love to hear what you guys think. You know, we've kind of transitioned from us talking about what we think to the players talking about what they think of
And what they think
everything.
is way more important than what we think. So,
way more
Absolutely.
important. It's,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I would have loved going through SMU. I would have loved to have a podcast that actually interviewed some of the players that were coming through, like Prochet. Like I would have loved
Yeah.
to see Prochet
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
on
Like, why
podcasts
don't
like
they
this.
do that?
or Rasheed
Like
Rice.
no, yeah, or Rashi Rice, yeah. Like I would have loved that, but nobody ever did that, and so this is a
We're
great
gonna do it.
opportunity for the fans to actually meet some of the players and get to know them.
maybe we could have saved Rishi. Sorry, I should have said that.
I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot stick.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna stay away from that one.
Let's be praying though. Like, you know,
Yeah, for
honestly.
sure.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes people make mistakes. So
Yeah.
Anyway,
anyways,
Not-
yeah. Sorry, I had to take it there.
Not really the subject matter here, but
my fault.
it's been awesome.
Yeah.
We would love to have more SMU players. If any SMU players see this, just please reach out to
Yeah,
us.
just
We would love to have you on.
DM us on Instagram at the Mustang Mood. Leave a YouTube comment. Any way you feel like you want to reach us. I think our email's on our Instagram too. Just literally any way, and
We'll watch
make
it. Yeah,
work.
we'll see it.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyone listening, like leave your thoughts, leave your comments. You can leave voice memos. The link is on our Instagram bio. You can leave us a voice memo on what you thought about the episode, what do you think about the future of SMU football, anything else you're excited for. Talk about it. We'll play it, react to it.
Yeah, we have some new incoming players that they have some thoughts that we're going to share in another episode. So we'd love getting to hear other people's opinions, whether players, fans. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. And still open to ideas on traditions for SMU. We need more traditions.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
And sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor the Mustang.
Yeah, we talked about EA, if you want to,
Come on.
or PlayStation or Xbox if you want to send us a.
Come on.
We'll shamelessly
system.
plug it. We'll shamelessly
Yeah.
plug it
Absolutely.
for a sponsor.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Right now, it's just SMU and the Mustang Mood. That's all we're plugging right now.
So,
Which everyone should go follow, like, subscribe, everything.
If you want a hat, also reach out to us any way you can. And once we get enough people that are interested, we can put another order in and get those hats out. They're $32. Nice trucker hat style with the rope.
They're good looking hats.
Yeah.
They're
the
classic.
Richardson 112.
Yep, Richardson 112. Yeah, so if you're interested, just let us know. We'll get you on the list. But that's it. Anything else, guys?
If you ever need a place to stop by on a Saturday morning, Katy Trail, right? Ice House.
Hey, they haven't sponsored us
They
yet.
haven't sponsored us yet. So
Oh,
yeah, but we want that.
Yeah, we
right?
do.
Yes.
want that.
Yes, we
Katy
do.
Trail,
It'd be
Ice
sick
House.
to record a podcast there.
Oh
Well,
man,
we could get
I would
big
love.
group together there.
I would love. Yeah, we could.
Yeah,
That might be a play,
We
too.
need to work out the mic situation, but I'm sure we can
Yeah.
work it out.
yeah.
Can't be that.
Katy Trail, Ice House, we're coming for
Ice
you.
house. Anyways,
Awesome. It's been
thanks for
great.
listening, guys.
Yeah.
We appreciate all of you. We love our Mustang fans, our Mustang Mood fans. Keep cheering on SMU, and we'll see y'all next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you
Bye,
guys.
y'all. Pony up.